Hello Sewmates. It is an absolute pleasure to have you on my channel another time. If this is your first time checking out this channel, my name is Melissa, and on this channel I teach you how to do DIY fashion at home with your sewing machine and just making patterns and some simple things that you can achieve even at home. Today is going to be a very quick one, a short one. For the past few weeks, I've been learning how to use my scrap fabric or my leftover fabrics to turn into something that is wearable. So today, I'm going to show you how I use my scrap fabric to achieve scrunchies. Okay, so let's get started. So the things you're going to need for this project are: you're going to need a wonder clip, a safety pin, you're going to need elastic. Here I have 1/4 inch elastic. You're going to need your piece of fabric. This is mine. For these scrunchies that I made them about 24 inches long by 4 inches high. But for this purpose, for this video, I did about 40 inches long. Yeah, about 40 inches long and 5 inches wide. Okay, so you're going to need that. You're also going to need a piece of chalk, clipper or scissors, and so let's get started. So as I said, this piece of fabric is 5 inches wide and about 40 inches long. So the first thing you're going to do is that you're going to, there are many ways to do a scrunchie. There are some persons who fold it like this, run a stitch, and when they have it like this, then they put this in like this and then stitch on this line and then keep pulling the scrunchie out. But I'm just going to show you an easy method to go ahead and do your scrunchie. So right now you're going to take it and you're going to put right sides facing each other like this. So after you put right sides facing each other, you're going to take to your sewing machine and you're going to leave at this end, you're going to leave about 1.5 inches before you start sewing, and at the other end you're going to leave another 1.5 inch. Right? So you're going to sew all the way here down till you reach the 1.5 inch that you have here. So I'm gonna do that and then I'll show you what to do next. There you have it. I went ahead and I sewed this all the way down. So now what you're going to do, you're going to take your safety pin and you're going to put it on one end of the scrunchie, because now you're going to take it the right sides out. So now you're going to push it in like this, and while you're pushing, you're pulling this side. It's easier to pull this side that doesn't have the pin to get it out. Okay, and then when you have enough, you start to pull the back, the side with the pin. So you see how easy it is to go through now. There you go. It's coming out. This is very easy method to do a scrunchie. The other method I was trying to show you earlier is also easy, but I will have to show you how to do that on the sewing machine for you to understand. Now you have this long tube right here. So what you're going to do, you're going to take this side back to your sewing machine, right? And there's a reason why I tell you to leave 1.5 inch, because it's easier to manage when you use 1.5 inch. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to take to my sewing machine and I'm going to pin these two sides. But remember to ensure that the seams are matching. You don't want it to be twisted. Okay? So you're going to clip this all the way around, and then you're going to sew it down. Okay, this can be a very like a tedious task because it's just a small space to work with, but take your time to do it. See, and then you're going to sew all the way down using whatever seam allowance. There's no set rule for a scrunchie. You can make it big, you could make it small, you could make it tiny. It's just experiment with it. So I'm gonna sew all the way down and show you what to do next. That I did that, this is what you're supposed to have. All you're going to do now is to turn it in like this, and you're going to have something that looks like this. So now you're going to take your elastic. So I'm going to use an elastic length of about 7 inches is okay. The other ones I use 6.5, but I'm gonna use 7 inch. Seeing this one is a bit larger, or 7.5 inches. It's okay. So I'm gonna use about 7 inches for this one. Okay, so I'll put this aside. So now I have my elastic. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use my pin. I'm gonna thread it. Okay, and then I'm going to put my wonder clip at the end of it because I don't want it to be lost in my scrunchie while I'm scrunching it up. So now I'm gonna take this and I'm going to use this as my guide so that it doesn't twist, right? I'm gonna push it in and I'm holding on to this so that it doesn't go in. So push it in. Scrunchies are so easy and they're so beautiful. I wish I had a girl baby. I don't have a girl baby. I have 2 boys. They can't wear scrunchies. So I'm scrunching this up all the way around until I reach to the other end of my, so this is it. So I pull it out, don't let go of this one. Okay, you can do 2 things. You can either put it together and take it to your sewing machine and just run a stitch here to close it up, or you could just tie it. So I'm tying it, okay, and I like to do 3 ties so that I know that it is well secured and it won't pull out. So ensure that you see it's tied. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna snip off this excess here. Okay, and this is what you'll have. See how scrunch up this is? And what I like to do, I ensure that the seam is at the top so that I know that it won't get twisted. So I'll just fluff this out, and then I'm going to take to my sewing machine and I'm going to run a little stitch here very close to the end, right? Very tiny, very close to the end to close up this scrunchie seam. And I'll do that and I'll show you what to do next. So guys, this is what you're going to have. I'm just trimming away the excess threads. Okay, and this is your scrunchie. Okay, this is your scrunchie, guys. Just trim away the excess thread from there, and there you have it. That's your scrunchie. If you notice, this is much larger than this one because it's bigger. So if you find this video helpful, do not forget to give me a giant thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I make a video. For more of these DIYs, please stay tuned, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, be safe.